Hello, my name is Navigator, and I'm back, you guys, today with yet another roleplay group interview. If you guys don't know what these interviews are, I have a series going over, and interviewing milsim groups, RP groups, any kind of group really from Fallout 76, and I usually sit down with them, ask them a couple questions about their group, and yeah, it's usually really fun, and I'm really excited to be here today with Blow, Dark, and a couple other guys, and they're going to talk about their group. Blow, would you mind just saying the name of your group real quick to start off the video?
Yeah, we are Mount Weather Enclave.
Mount Weather Enclave. And I'm sure you guys can see this awesome camp right in front of us. The good news is we are definitely going to take a tour of this. And would you mind again, Blow, just what is the name of this camp? What is the name you've come up with for this?
I've named this Control Station Capital. It's our capital right now.
Control Station Capital. That's fucking awesome, my man. I love it. Okay, folks. Well, let's
Thank you.
do this. Blow, if you wouldn't mind, just taking us around?
Yeah, come
Maybe
on
show off
in.
the different rooms. And just for you guys in the audience, the way we're going to do this interview is a little bit different. What I'm going to do is ask them different questions while we are in different areas of his base. He's got a lot to show off, a lot of shelters and stuff like that. So there's a lot to display here. So yeah, what is this first interior area? You mind just kind of talking about it a little bit, if that's okay?
Well, this is just kind of the opening area. We got a secretary in here, right over there on that bench. We got our terminal in the back for uploading reports to other different field stations. We have our liquor on display over here. We
Awesome.
have different assorted stash boxes. We have benches for residents or visitors. We have the alien invasion shooting gallery for shits and giggles. We have a jukebox over here, Nuka-Cola machine, comfy chairs, everything you need.
Awesome. I gotta say, I love just the height of the ceiling on here, and it's like almost like a
Oh,
basilica. It's
thank you.
crazy. This thing is so
Yeah.
sweet. I feel like I'm at the fucking Vatican or something. This is so awesome. What are the rooms you got on the side here? If you wouldn't mind showing them off, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. So in here we have the meeting room. Before
Oh
any
wow.
operations we come in here and discuss what we're gonna do, what the plan is, and we take count of everyone who's here. We have a podium for the CO, chairs for the enlisted.
Hell yeah. And just so you guys know, Stretch, my friend Stretch, is actually going to be accompanying us for this video. I should have said that a little bit earlier. I'm sorry about that, Stretch. I'm a little stoned right now,
It's
but
all good. I'm just
that's
here
all
for
right.
the raid.
Exactly. He's going to be just joining us and not tagging along. So, yeah, this is a really, really cool place. I like what you did with the podium you're at, the White Springs sign. I like that a lot. I feel like
Thank you.
at first it's kind of like, what, the White Springs? Then you got to think about it. Oh, the Enclave, and it makes total sense. Looks really cool too. So there you go. Yeah, this is awesome.
Thank you,
Would
I
you,
appreciate it.
if there's nothing else you got to say about this place, would you mind showing off the other room?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. And one of the questions I can ask you, if it's all right, is just when did you form this group? How long have you guys been together doing this?
Well, that's more of a question for Dusk. I didn't actually form it. Dusk, you wanna take over?
Yeah, so it's actually, we have a pretty intermingled history. A lot of us have worked together with other members of the group for various periods of times in other groups, and then one day we all just kind of ended up in one server working together and all in admin, and then from there we ended up making probably 5 or 6 different Enclave servers until we've come to the one we're at today that we're well, I like to think we're pretty proud of it. We've got approximately 198 people in our group that we try to, lead to making the wasteland better for everybody else.
That's awesome, Dark. A great way to put it. One of the biggest questions that I've even been thinking about this before the interview, Blow, I know I've asked you this before, and Dark, you can answer too. But what is the relevance of the name Mount Weather? Where does it come from? Stuff like that. If you would just care to maybe talk about it for a little bit,
So,
if there is an answer.
so that was, yeah, that was after our second to last group. I was looking for ideas and inspiration for what we needed to do, and just kind of thinking about the U.S. government and stuff, the Enclave, kind of just rolling my head around different ideas, and I came up with this huge FEMA emergency management center in the hills of Virginia that also has a secondary housing site underneath it, very much like the Greenbrier had with the Presidential Enclave.
Yeah.
So, after, and this was the funny part, after we made the group, several people joined the group thinking that it was a group based out of a TV show called The 100, in which
Oh, I
they
know that
also
show.
have to
Yeah.
get to a place of the same name, Mount Weather. That's the bunker that they're trying to get to in that show. And then we were able to find all sorts of awesome content about it and learn about the structure and the layout, and there's all sorts of really cool information that that show provided us to draw on to kind of help with the way that the way that our server kind of works in general.
That's
It's
super
it's
awesome.
sectioned out like the if you were to look at the way that all the channels and the categories are laid out, it would be like if you were looking at a sign at Mount Weather, seeing all the different elevators going every which place,
That is
essentially.
so fucking cool, my man. I love that. The thing the biggest takeaway from that is I love how you took something from real life and tried to mesh it with the game to try to make it as accurate, I guess, lore friendly as possible. That is super cool, guys. I can't believe
Yeah,
that.
it was the only place I could come up with a group of some kind in 76 or otherwise.
I mean, and
Raven Rock is no good, and
yeah,
of
exactly.
course the White Springs has got Modus in it, so
Fair
yeah, Mount
enough.
Weather was never mentioned in Fallout.
Well, there you go. I mean, what was I gonna say? I mean, on top of that, Mount Weather is a pretty badass name too. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
I don't
I've
know how you
I've
feel about that,
grown
but that
pretty fond of it over the years.
exactly. That's super sick. Yeah, well, we've showed off this room here. This is really, really awesome. And again, I just love the ceilings on this place. I love how tall they are. That's so awesome. Yeah, would you
Thank
mind
you.
if we moved on to the shelter, whatever one you want to go to first?
Yeah, of course. Follow me.
You got it. Step outside here. I actually just started building. I was talking to Blow about this, guys. I just started building a camp here. With the new drawbridge thing. So that'll be a video coming in the future as well for you guys to look forward
Oh,
to.
sweet.
I'm really excited for it too. That I mean, we've been talking about it all day. That drawbridge. I mean, although it has some problems, it looks really, really cool. It's up to you where you want to go. Actually, let's. Well, yeah, we can go into the workshop first if that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course. So this is the workshop. It's very basically decorated. It's very modest. I don't have too many decorations in here. It's mostly just crafting stations. It's really just meant for before operations. If people need to do quick service on their gear, you just pop in down here real quick, get it all done, get out.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, that actually brings up a good question. What kind of activities, what kind of events, what kind of stuff do you guys do together that you would have to prepare for?
Well, mostly we just do patrols. We have dedicated enclave events that are usually a month or two long, or month or 2 month long lasting. Um, there's some kind of objective like build a something themed camp, and you'll get paid X amount. We do stuff like that. We do PvP events. We're working
Yeah,
on
I'm
creating a
really
bounty
proud of
board
our
right now.
PvP.
You say you're really proud of the PvP? Hell yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Blow, sorry, was there anything else you were going to say?
No, that's basically it.
Fair enough. That's super cool, though. I mean, I will say this. Like, I don't know if I ever excuse me, have ever mentioned this to you guys, but I was in a Brotherhood of Steel group before, and patrols were my favorite thing to do. I mean, even just like
Yeah.
walking around normally in this game, like I think I've talked about that so much on my channel already about how just walking and stuff like that, even with friends, all that, it's just so fun going from point A to point B, and then especially with patrols, like coming up with an actual like objective, even if it's real or not, it just adds more to that, and it's just so much fun. I love that. So yeah, that's one question. Let me think if there's anything else I can ask you guys, just kind of off the top of my head. You know what? Let's move on to the next area, and I'm sure I'll have some questions by then, if that's okay with you. Let's check out High
All right.
Command, if
Yeah.
that's all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. High Com. Let's see. And yeah, Blow. So Blow said that. Well, was this the place that you were working on that you had finished?
Yeah, I just finished this place. My
Gotcha.
idea of it is it's basically just a presidential Chuck E. Cheese. In here you got Nuka-Cola machines, you got games, you got storage.
That's
You
all
got it all.
surplus. That's so sweet. I love this. Oh, the pit stash box. I always wish I'd picked that up. Huh. Such a bad move not picking that up. Ooh, I like these chairs and stuff over here. Those are really, really nice. Huh.
Thank you.
Do you know, are these Atomic Shop or are these in game?
No, those are just base game. You can buy them at the White Springs.
Hell yeah, I love the color on those. I was talking to my friend Monkey about it today, like just adding more color to your camp. It's such an important thing. And I like this room a lot. Very, very colorful, but you also obviously have that whole Enclave theme too. Hell yeah. Is there anything, do you have anything like up in the Overseer's office, or is this just the main area right here?
No, we got a Oval Office if you follow me.
Oh yeah, I'd love to check that out.
This was meant for what I was assuming was going to be our next president, but the election campaign fell through and someone else won, so now we have a president on PC, so
Oh, wonderful. Oh,
now we just kind of use
President's
this office for... Yeah, now we
That's
just use
what it-
this office for other purposes.
This is so sweet. I wish that I'd played
Augustus.
Nuclear Winter enough to get these these statues right here, but this is really, really awesome.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me do like a nice little entrance on this, a cinematic kind of. This is so cool.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans. Oh, do you guys know Boogie 2988? You ever heard of that guy?
Yeah.
I was watching one of his old Francis videos, and he's like, "Who took my Mountain Dew? Thanks, Obama." And it was just so funny. I don't know why. It was so funny. Little tangent, but yeah, this is just. I'm sorry. I've been just kind of in awe at this place. This is so cool. You really did a great job with this. I love this desk too. That's awesome how you put those together. So one of the questions I can ask you while we're in here: why did you like start this group in the first place? Why did you guys get interested in doing this on 76?
Well, that was because the previous leader of our group that we had followed for the better part of a year, essentially lost the keys to the Discord server. So
Oh,
that's
damn.
pretty much what caused us to, yeah, so after we were unable to then do anything with admin, we realized that there was a serious problem within the, you know, the structure of the group. We were not able to do everything that we needed to with the server, so we asked anyone that wanted to go with us so that we were leaving, and 76 got Mount Weather.
That's
And
awesome.
I think almost 2 years now.
Wow, that was the next question I was going to ask you guys. How long have you been around for? 2 years, though. Holy crap! I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, with that
just
many
as
members, I'm
Mount
not
Weather.
surprised.
If you were to go before that, probably 3 years, 3 or 4 years, there were various names that the other servers that we had were, but they were essentially the same thing, laid out in a similar manner. Taken, let's see, Jaeger, our current general Jaeger, he structured the last one off of a place called Hades Summit. I believe it was some sort of bunker in Nevada. And
It's an
then
interesting name.
and then that also came with the same layout that we used for the current one we're using.
Hell yeah, that's awesome, my man. And you were talking about like, well, I mean, not talking about, but being around for 2 years. And you talked about this earlier. How many members do you have? Just could you reiterate that a little bit?
Yeah, so we have it fluctuates every few days. We get one or two might leave. It's kind of funny. There's a flow to it, but usually we hover around 189 to 195.
That's really impressive, my man. That is like super impressive. With those members,
you.
and Stretch brought this up before we even started recording. With those members, do you guys have like uniforms, anything like that? I mean, I know you guys are
Oh
already
yeah,
wearing your Enclave
we
power
have
armor.
uniform systems. We've got
Yeah.
a fully decked out ranking system with several different branches now. We've actually just started adding some science cores, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I was actually talking with a couple other members about possibly doing something with a space corps once
Oh, that'd be so
Starfield
sick.
comes out, having some sort of Starfield themed missions that we could go on. I mean, it's not co-op, but we can still, set objectives and see how everyone completes them differently or what have you.
That's super awesome, I mean. Could you possibly, I mean, like maybe give some examples of like the ranks that you have, or like the offset groups that you have at all, and maybe like what ranks are you guys? What your purpose in the group is? Actually, could
Blow,
you start with?
do you want to take that or?
Yeah, let's start with Blow.
Yeah,
Blow,
sure.
just tell me what's your rank? What's and like what is like that? What does that rank do in the group? And then are you like a part of any like sub factions in the group? If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. So I'm a lieutenant currently in the group. I am the second highest person in the Navy. I am a part of Squad Sigma. That's our dedicated PvP division. I actually recently became the captain. Um, and I am working on a new division, the Ranger division, which is going to be our PAE specialists. And my rank, really, it just holds, well, its value is more just like, people look up to higher ranking people and stuff like that for events and stuff. So I answer questions. I take care of DMs. People need to figure out uniforms. I'm the guy they come to. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I rely
Really,
on
all
you
the
to do stuff for me, actually. To be quite honest, I don't mean to interrupt, but yeah, I definitely lean on you for sure. You're a big
yeah,
admin help.
really our higher up people. It's not just the rank that matters. It's the admin power you have.
Fair enough. Well, I could pose the same questions to you, Dark, if you wouldn't mind answering them. What is your position, your rank, stuff like that?
Yeah, so I recently took the rank of let me see, no, I actually don't look at
Lu-
my rank that often, so
Lieutenant,
Commander.
Supreme, Overlord, Dictator, Commander,
oh yes, that's right,
King,
that's right. It's
Overlord,
Commander.
President.
Admiral.
I'm Commander Killer. I'm the highest ranking officer in the Navy and head of the R&D division. That's what we're currently working on. We've been pretty much just spitballing ideas on several sets of Google Docs for the better part of probably 2 or 3 months, just trying to make this brand new division that we're building from the ground up. And yeah, I pretty much lead the Xbox division and try to come up with new directions for us to go in and ideas for events and handle a lot of bot work in the server. That's what I'm relied on fairly heavily for.
Roger that. Well, I mean, we've been in the Oval Office for a minute, so why don't we move on to the next little area? And I have some pretty sweet questions for you. But the one thing I do want to say is that this statue in between you guys looks just like Donald Trump, and it's really funny. It's funny that like this is the Oval Office. I don't know why I've been staring at it the whole time. If you look at it from like a certain angle, it looks
Look at
just like
that.
Trump. Like if you stand on the other side, it looks just like him,
That's
bro. It's
funny.
so funny. All right. So what
Nice.
what other areas in the shelter do you have, Blow? I forget.
Well, next up we have the recreational area. If you follow me, I'll take you there.
Gotcha. Stretch just keeps keeps appearing. I was what was it? I was looking at Blow. I was looking at you, and I turned over, and Stretch was like crashing somewhere, and I think that he saw I was looking at him. He just immediately ran away. It was so funny.
I don't. I There's been times you're recording and you don't even know
You,
I'm
Oh
there.
my.
you cheeky bastard! I was like,
Look
where the
at
hell is he
this.
taking me?
I
What?
haven't seen this before.
That is crazy.
This is your secret
That
secret
is
vault, isn't it?
amazingly
Is
hidden.
this
Yeah, that
Holy
has to be my
cow.
favorite part of Enclave Chuck E. Cheese.
That is awesome.
Huh.
Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, you
Oh,
know
this is the
what?
command center.
So, what is that all a front for this place?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
so
up front
cool.
for this place.
Wait, Dark,
This is where the real magic happens.
Dark on my screen. You're like
Oh
floating
no, my
around.
Wendigo.
Your limb, no,
Oh
your limbs
no.
are. It's so funny. Please. Oh my God, I hope that you were like that for the rest of the video. No offense, because that is gonna. Oh, that is so
See what
funny.
happens. Did it
Oh
fix
my
it?
God. I'm sorry about that. That made me laugh so hard. Rules beyond this point. No chem use. Oh,
Oh,
I can't
this
come in.
game.
No unauthorized firearms. Well, I think I can get away with that.
We'll
I
bypass
also
it.
can't come in.
Let's see. I like this little reception area too. Do you like have somebody chained to the wall that sleeps on this bed over here? And like
No, we
checks
currently
everybody
don't
in?
have a security guard.
Gotcha.
It's
Well,
more
if you're
just for
hiring.
show.
Let's see. This is so awesome though, brother.
Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. I didn't even that is so cool. I didn't even realize you could do something
Thank
like
you.
that. I love that a lot, my man. Huh. You got? Is there? I mean, with this front area, with this kind of area as well, is there anything you wanted to say in particular at all? I love this little sign.
Yeah. I mean, this was my first shelter, so it used to look completely different. There was a second story. It was very poorly decorated, and then I came back, and then I turned it into this. I'm really proud of it.
This is so awesome. Oh, those skull torches light on fire? That is really,
Yeah.
really cool. Huh.
What I'm
This
really
is so
happy with,
sweet.
if you'll follow me, is
Yeah.
the Warlord room.
Oh, I've seen this before. This reminds it's like the vault at the Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
This is so
Yo, race car
awesome.
bed. This guy's parents are really cool, man. Holy cow.
What if we fucked in the race car bed?
Sorry, babe. The white
That
and
one-
queen sheets stay on.
This is so epic. Oh my god, I love this. Yeah. So when I first met Blow, you guys, he showed me this shelter, and it's honestly been a little bit since then, so I forgot. But this is so awesome. I love how you have it's almost like just a treasure trove of stuff in here. This is so epic.
Thank you.
Reminds me of nuclear winter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like nuclear. This is like I mean, I don't know if you guys play Fortnite at all, but like, you can open vaults and shit in that with like all the they have like a million chests in there and stuff. And this is what it reminds me of. Oh, Stretch plays, yeah.
Huh.
I didn't mean to embarrass myself by saying I play Fortnite, but there you go. But this is so cool, man. I love the wallpaper in here too. Really epic. Oh, you got the safe under there too. That's really cool. Hell yeah. Is there anything you wanted to say in particular
Yeah.
about this area at all?
Nothing specific. Well, I guess so. I can say a couple things. Really, I got the idea for it after I saw this throne in the comic shop. It's a Santa throne. And I was like, man, I gotta turn this into some kind of throne room or something. Because I didn't have anything going on in this room yet. So, I just filled this room with boxes and boxes and boxes. And then I put the throne slap dab in the middle. And then, bam. It turned out really well. I'm happy with it.
There you go.
Navigator behind
Hell
you.
yeah. What do you got going on?
There's
behind
an imposter. I just found him.
you? Who is it? Is it Monkey?
What the?
Nope, it's not Monkey.
Who is it? Hold on. Let's find out who this is.
Captain Shank.
Oh, Captain Shank! It's Excuse!
You've been
Holy
caught. I
shit.
caught him.
This is
Holy
some
moly.
good friend of mine, MrNoExcuse. How you doing, Excuse? I didn't even realize you were here. Oh my god, he's blending in perfectly. All right, well, he's not gonna be like a burden or anything, so hope you you guys don't mind him
That
tagging
was
along.
awesome.
Yeah, he really, what was I going to say? I guess you guys got to heighten your security protocols here or put somebody at that checkpoint. Because he got all the way
Yeah,
in the
maybe I
back.
do gotta hire a guard.
That guy.
That's funny,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
He's on some Metal Gear shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously, Blow, recruit that guy.
I
think
mean,
the
I'm
thing I
currently
can
not
say-
employed.
Is, well, at least for the audience, this chair, I mean, if he's saying this is a Santa thing and you guys are interested in this, it's almost Christmas time, so this will probably be back in the Atomic Shop really soon. Actually, is there any, like, unique kind of way that you sit in this at all? Oh, that's
No,
sick.
but I do really like how you put your hand on the on the
Yeah,
side of it. Oh,
That's what I
it's fun.
mean, yeah.
You
that
sit
is
in there
really
for a
cool.
minute, you got yeah.
That is awesome.
I think
motion
it's a
people to
really
come
cool
forward.
detail how you put the safe under the chair.
Wait, if you
Thank
sit-
you, thank you.
if
I did that a while
Yeah,
after
that is a
that.
nice detail. You're saying that if I sit here, I motion people to come forward?
Yeah, just give it a second, your hand will pop up.
Oh my god, it's like, come here, peasant. Yes, address me. Mm-hmm. Your king. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It's like a kid sitting on your lap. It'd be funny if you could have, if there was a thing you could come up and like, you could sit down on the lap. That'd be so funny. What do you want for Christmas, young boy?
Adams.
Red Rider baby game.
All right. Well, I don't think that the little hand motion will affect. But do you have anything else? Any other shelters you want to show off at all?
Yeah, we can move on to the actual recreation room. If you follow me this
Oh,
way.
hell yeah. And I have a fairly important
Oh,
question to
actually,
ask you.
hold
Oh,
on.
sorry, my bad.
I forgot we have another area in here.
Another little secret area?
Yeah, if you follow me down
Oh,
here.
wow. The missile silo shelter. Oh, holy shit. Oh, wait, I'm not following you.
So if you follow me down here, I imagine this to be our nerve center. I made this. This, I think, is my most recent build. This is after I learned how to merge stuff. So,
Yeah, it's still
yeah.
can't
Holy
get the hang of
fuck.
that.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember being in here. This is awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Again, the high ceilings again, just fucking superb.
Whoa, dude. I've never
Oh,
seen
wait,
anything
yeah,
like
and then you
that.
have
How
the,
you put the
the...
freaking computer in here?
Oh,
Holy
wait,
Yeah,
oh,
cow.
we
the
have the.
pharmaceutical station? That is so sick.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember this too, yeah. This I loved, because you have what? Because you and other members of the group come here and you guys each have your own stations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, was that, is LTC like Lieutenant Commander? And then obviously that's YouBlow,
Lieutenant Colonel, that's
Lieutenant
me.
Colonel.
And then over here, Colonel.
Gotcha. That is so sick, dude. I love this. I love that, like, how you have the garage doors, too. So you come in here, it's like, all right, boys, get to work. And then the fucking garage doors open and, like, an 80s Rocky montage happens of, like, you know, sweaty dudes in a tank top fucking fusing power armor together. Some shit like that. Oh, man. Do you have anything down here in, like, the missile command thing?
I don't. I need to build something in there, but I
That's
think
alright.
my crowning gem of this area is our gas chamber. If you follow me in here,
Oh,
What?
I remember this. I remember this. Yeah. Party time. Gonna party
we got any
hard.
Hey,
volunteers?
Alright, hold
you
on.
know what?
Let
Why
me...
not?
Wait, yeah, Stretch, you wanna pop in there? Oh my god.
Let's get some video evidence. I'll try to
Alright,
come
yeah,
back
everybody
soon.
stand outside if you want to live.
Hold on, I gotta
I'll try to
see
come
this.
back. Tell my kids I love them.
Oh! He survived. Oh! Oh! He did not
Oh
survive.
god. Oh god. The rats.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm probably about to die real fast. But look, he's just slumped in the chair. Oh my god, that is so cool. That is so awesome that
Thank you.
came up with that. I will say this too. I like this little corner over here. This is really awesome. That how you put the
Thank you,
vending
yeah.
machine in there. Oh, with the, oh, I didn't realize. Oh, that's awesome, bro. That is so
Yeah.
sick. And I like this. For some reason, this reminds me of Ollivanders from Harry Potter, with all these filing cabinets and everything. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I love that. Huh. Let me see. Is there any other different parts of this shelter at all that you have? Excuse me. That you have to show off?
This is really just the majority up here. We just have a observation deck. There's not really any decorations up here, but
Fair enough.
if you're a CO and you want to make sure that your enlisted are doing their jobs, you can come up here,
Oh shit! How do you get up there? Oh, over
watch
here.
them out. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that's where you were. Oh, that's really
No, no,
cool.
man. We have the Secretary of Defense up here.
Secretary fucking Earl. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, would you mind coming in the middle here, and I'll ask you, I guess, the rest of the questions, if that's okay?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Here, I'm just gonna pop a squat on this bench right here, and you guys can just chill right there.
Oh,
I'll go into camera mode actually,
hello.
really fast. Okay. The big question that I want to ask you guys is, do you have any like story, I guess, kind of lore behind your group? I know that we've touched on it a little bit, but if there was anything else you guys wanted to talk about, I mean, now would be the time. Like, if you guys have any lore, stuff like that. Do you guys have anything like that? Anything more?
We do actually have quite a bit of lore. So the PC guys, when Fallout started kind of not being as great as it used to be, they started making a Dungeons and Dragons kind of Fallout thing, and they ended up coming up with like a ridiculous amount of lore. I could actually read some of it to you if you'd like.
Go for it, man. I'd love to hear that.
All right, let me get it pulled up here real quick. Yeah, here we go. The history of Mount Weather.
Awesome.
So they based it let's see, after the Great War. Mount Weather was, as I mentioned to you earlier, it was built by the U.S. government for the purpose of protecting the president and other government officials in the event of a nuclear war. So, 2177, uh, Colonel Autumn falls from grace. It appears President Eden was assassinated with no clear line of succession. New president-elect was discovered as the reformers looked at the casualty rates pouring in. They considered including wastelanders to bolster their ranks. So, the purists staunchly opposed this and ultimately relenting on the condition that the wastelanders are recruited from the Maryland and Appalachia communes, which led to the activation of Mount Weather. They had FEV. They had let's see. Goodness, sorry, it's a little bit
Hey, no,
long-winded. I'm trying not
you're fine.
trying to paraphrase a few things.
All good, bro. You take your time. Because it's really interesting.
So that was, as I said, that was 2177. Oh yes, yes. The president. There was an election for president that ended up being exposed as rigged, and the president tried to round up former officers after a riot broke out in Mount Weather, and spurred on by the communists, it led to the death of an officer and ended with all of the people associated with that president being expelled
Oh,
from
damn.
Mount Weather. So then the emergency elections, of course, were activated. And then 2178, there was a couple of run-ins with some purists with stolen FEV tech. Uh, in 2179, there was a pretty. Let me see here. Oh man. Yeah, General Curtis. There was a very big incursion involving the current General Yeager, overseer Logan or Granite. He was present. He was cameoing earlier when we were doing the tour of Blow's place.
Yes, sir.
Uh, they had a pretty big uprising that occurred, and the admin team kind of had to put it down. So that was an odd situation. There was pretty much a civil war that
The
broke out.
Enclave uprising of 2106.
Yeah, it was about 65 members broke away with a majority of the higher tier officers from that platform, and yeah, it did not end well for the insurgents. Mount Weather does not abide by insurgents, so
That's
that
still
was
pretty
taken
cool, though,
care
my
of.
man.
And then yeah, and then we just have, several promotions. 2180, we added Second Lieutenant Paz. She's absolutely invaluable to the cause.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I assume that she's a
And we
girl
just
too,
we
so
just keep
you're
building it
all
as we go
inclusive, right?
too.
Oh, sorry. You go
Oh
ahead.
yeah,
What
yeah,
did you
we
say?
don't oh no, no, no. Yeah, we're definitely all inclusive.
That's awesome to hear.
We
That's
uh
really
we
awesome to
we
hear.
don't we don't really discriminate against anyone. Anyone's allowed to join us. We try not to be sometimes enclave groups can get a bad reputation, but we try to break the stigma of that and create a positive experience, for everyone that's trying to get into Fallout or get into, gaming in general. Because, as I said, over the time we had to expand to other games and branch out.
Fair enough. I get that. So yeah, I'm wondering, do you mind if we go back out to the front of your base below, just like where we started off, and I just have some final questions to ask you guys, and then we'll probably wrap it up if that's okay with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
there's one more area we
Oh
haven't
yeah,
covered yet if you want to do them there. Yeah,
yeah,
all
of
right.
course, of course. Following y'all. And dude, I gotta say, like, I mean, I've interviewed this is probably the ninth interview that I've done. That ranks among probably the coolest and most interesting, like, lore that I've heard. That's really awesome. And I like
Thank
how, I
you.
mean, obviously the uprising thing must have been like an actual debate between people like that's not like a fictional thing that
Oh
happened,
yeah,
and it's
no, I'll be frank with you here. I was actually on the front lines of that. So it was fierce. There was a lot of fighting on Fallout that took place. There was all sorts of trolling and ganking, if you know what that is,
I do not know what ganking
happening.
is. What is ganking?
So it's when you get a group of people together that have some really, really overpowered gear, and they all just kill the same person at the same time.
What, gang killing, ganking? Is it like that?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Interesting, huh?
much.
I never knew
It's a
about that.
PvP tactic that you can use to overpower like extremely broken builds or stackers or anything like that.
Huh?
Obviously power in numbers.
That's so funny. I mean,
But
like I
yeah,
just
there was a lot of that that took
that's
place.
so funny.
PvP was happening. There was espionage. That's a big thing with Enclave groups. There's lots of spying that happens and people trying to infiltrate so and so's group or what have you. So
Jeez.
lot of stuff going on. Yeah, we have a counterintelligence branch and everything.
That's so funny. It's crazy how like you can take these kind of like real world motivations and like things that happen and mesh them so perfectly into like the game and the story. I like that a lot. I mean, not to say that like, disagreements between people and stuff like that is exactly like, cool or good, but it's interesting that you're taking that and at least building with it. You know what I mean? That's awesome.
Well,
Also,
and it's funny because some of
who
the people
just
that we
one
have
second, Dark.
had
Who is the
diplomacy
fucking
with,
who is the lumber baron here? Who is this right here? I can't see.
the
Is that
lumber
Stretch?
baron.
Yeah, I think this is Stretch right here. He was
I
wearing like
I
a cowboy
actually
hat,
can't
and he looked like a
continue.
lumber baron. That was so fun. Oh, this might be MrNoExcuse, but he looked like a lumber baron for a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Captain Shark.
Gotcha. But continue with what you were saying there, Dark. I didn't mean to interject there.
Oh, it's fun. You'll have to remind me. I have a really bad short-term memory. What was I saying?
That's fine. I am the same way. I have bad short-term memory as well for an unknown reason. And I also didn't hear you because I was talking, so I apologize. I didn't mean
Blow,
to miss
blow.
that
Do you
point on you.
recall?
You were talking about counterintelligence?
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. Counterintelligence.
Well, you said you have a
Oh yes.
counterintelligence group, yeah.
So it's funny because some of the people that were involved in that incident, the uprising, the civil wars, and various things, we still encounter them in other groups that we deal with. It's really funny. Most notably, recently we bumped into the one of the previous heads of one of the splinter groups. He was among ranking staff of another Discord server that we were communicating with.
That's
So
fucking
there's
awesome.
kind of like a diplomatic tone to these things too after a while. You got people that you're good with and people that you're not good with. You might be able to negotiate a little bit better with this person or that person. It's really interesting the social dynamic that
Yeah,
takes place.
I totally get that. And honestly, that brings me into my next question really, really well. So, and this is a question for you and Blow. And I ask this for all my groups. What is your favorite
Oh,
part
blows over
about
here.
being a part of Mount Weather? For both of you. So, Blow, if you wouldn't mind starting off, what is your favorite part about being in the group? Like your biggest takeaway, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, it's definitely the people. The people there, they're just so fucking welcoming. I love everyone there. Everyone there is fucking awesome. All of our staff and our high-ranking members, they're really friendly to lower enlisted. If they have questions, they help them out, no problem. And I think my favorite aspect just about what's in the server is probably the D&D. The D&D is really fun.
Oh, you did mention that to me when we first talked.
Yeah, a
You
lot
have a
of
whole
people
D&D
enjoy it.
server in the Discord, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That is super cool. Well, this actually wasn't really a question I planned on asking, but it's honestly vital. I don't know why I didn't. How would somebody join you guys? What would be the best way to contact you guys? I mean, like, is it like, are you accepting people into your Discord, stuff like that?
yeah. We post in other Discords like Market 76, the New Vegas Strip, the New California Republic. We're currently getting a Reddit and Instagram set up. We will probably have some posts in other Reddits like Fallout 76 Factions. You can also find us on Discord.
Awesome. And I'm wondering if it'd be okay with you if I put like a link to your Discord in the description of this
Yeah,
video.
of
Would that
course.
be okay?
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
definitely. Yeah,
Hell
that'll
yeah.
be
So
fun.
if you guys are
Thank you.
interested in, becoming part of this group or just being a little bit more interested, and honestly, I mean, even just for the D&D thing, I mean, I feel like that's interesting in and of itself. I'll have a link to their Discord in the description of this video. Dark, if you wouldn't mind just answering the same questions, just
Yeah.
what your
Well,
favorite part about the
could you
group
run
is.
the well, honestly, like I don't mean to copy blow, but the people in this group is really what makes it for me. Well, probably that and the milsim experience for me that I get from it. It's a lot of fun. But the people, man, the people that I've met in this group are some of the admins are people friends now that I've had for probably 3, 4, or 5 years, some of them. And it's really something else how these people have just become like, absolutely relied on best friends of sorts. It's really something. The way that groups like this and the internet can kind of connect people. I love being a part of that, helping to recruit and especially Blow. He's big on getting out there and recruiting people. Just getting another place where you can find us is in Fallout. Blow is always recruiting in there.
That's
He's
right. That's
always
how I met
just
him.
randomly going up to people and trying to get them in the group and recruit them.
Oh
It's
yeah.
Fuck yeah,
really a
man.
lot of fun.
Yeah, if you guys
Um,
are on Xbox, you can always look into looking for group posts, and you will more likely than not find a post by Blow recruiting for the Mount Weather Enclave. That's so awesome. Is there anything else you wanted to say on that regard, Dark?
well, also we are cross-platform. We have a pretty large cadre of PC enlisted, and of course our Xbox division is, what are we sitting at, Blow? Like around 70 or 80 people.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is
So
just
we've got,
awesome. That's
yeah, the
so cool.
PC division is pretty much mirroring us. So we have a PS4 division, and of course, PS4s. It can be a little hard to maintain at times, but we try our best to welcome the folks in and just treat them right. Anyone that wants to link up with a really good meal sim, they're definitely gonna find a good home here.
There you go. I have one more question for you guys, and then I really love your camp. So if you wouldn't mind, after I ask you this, can we go out there and just kind of wrap up outside the same way that we did the intro? Because it's just so cool out there. But I want to ask you, Blow. You mentioned doing a ranger group, like a ranger kind of thing for Mount Weather. That's like PVE. Did you have anything to talk about with that? Because personally, that sounds incredibly interesting, and I want to know what your thoughts behind that are. You there, Blow? Is that? I mean,
Oh,
Dark. You here?
hey, Blow? Yeah, yeah, I'm here. Hey, Blow?
You know what? He could very easily be doing something or something like that. But you know what? That's okay. I mean, Blow. If you can hear me, move around for a little bit. That's all right. He
Yeah,
might
he
be.
may
Yeah.
something may have popped up.
Exactly. That's totally fine. I mean, real life always comes first. Do you know anything about it, Dark? Has he talked to you
Yeah,
about it at all?
definitely. Yeah, yeah. We actually, so I actually personally just submitted the proposal for it. The Rangers was included in our upcoming bill that we're getting ready to vote on. It's going to be a PvE division spread across various games. Of course, Fallout centered. because we are the Enclave after all. But we're going to have PvE specialists that will take newcomers and help, grind them, get them leveled up faster so they're not, standing around wasting their time doing inefficient ways of getting XP or anything like that if they're trying to get leveled up real fast. Just try and make it better for anyone that's not really experienced with killing lots of mobs and how to be, a little tankier or have a better build, stuff like that. Just generally try to improve the combat readiness of everyone in there.
That's awesome. I love how
Yeah.
that sounds. That's so cool. If you guys ever need any help with that, I mean, honestly, I'd love to be a member. That's the whole reason I'm asking you this. That is so cool. I would love to be a part of something like that. But that's really all the questions that I have to offer you guys. And I mean, I feel like I feel like Blow is probably not here right now. But I mean, that's a little unfortunate.
Sorry about that. I actually just
Oh.
got back.
Oh, that's totally fine, Blow. We were
Yeah.
actually talking about the Ranger group that you were
The
talking about earlier.
Rangers.
Did
Ranger
you?
Corps
Oh
leading
yeah,
the way.
that's my
So
that's
Dark.
that's my favorite.
Dark was just talking a little bit about it, but if you wanted to say anything about it, I'd love to hear because I'm really interested in that.
Yeah, that's my bread and butter. I've recently, well, me and him, we've been pitching the idea for a while now, but we're making a Enclave Ranger division, which is going to be kind of the opposite of Sigma. They're going to handle PvE events. They're going to have they're going to plan events for lower enlisted. So that means basically they're going to be taking out Scorch Beast Queens, Earls, all to get people Enclave money. We have an economy in our server.
Oh yeah, we have an economy
So,
and a
yeah.
treasury
That is so
and
sick.
Yeah,
other
so-
things.
That is so awesome.
That is actually like really cool.
Yeah, really, they're like the Pathfinders of the server.
Pathfinder. That's so sick. I mean, Rangers. What was I gonna say? Rangers. Like I've always wanted to make a group myself, and Rangers was just it would always be the name for it. I think that I mean, you're talking about PVE. Like that's exactly what I would go for. Like getting out there, killing enemies, stuff like that. That is just so awesome. And I told Dark about this.
Yeah.
If you ever want to help with that, or honestly, if I could ever be a member in that, I would totally love to do that. That sounds so sick.
Oh yeah.
You know, to be quite honest, I would love to join your group in general. I think that'd be awesome. You guys have a really cool thing, and like I've honestly been looking for something like this for a while. So I mean, I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But I just figured that's so awesome. Like your group is really fucking cool. I gotta tell you guys. I mean, saying you guys
Thank
have a
you.
fucking economy and all that, that is so sweet. And Blow, you really did a great job with all these shelters and the camps and everything. I'm sure that like when you come back to this video in a day or week, look in the comments because I know that people are gonna be saying the same thing, and I want you to see those positive comments because you totally deserve that, bro.
Thank you.
And Dark, it's the same way with you, dude. I mean, you guys really have a lot on your plate here, and you're handling it so well. So really great job. Props to you guys for doing all this because not only is it really cool what you're doing, but you're also offering a really awesome experience for other players that were probably in the same position that you were not too long ago. And like exactly what you guys were saying about your favorite part about the group, you know, the people. I think that's going to be everybody's favorite part about any group. And it's really awesome what you guys are doing. And I figured I should let you know that. So with that being said, I mentioned this to Dark as well. Could we possibly go outside just to wrap up the video? I'd just love that camp, if that's okay with you, Blow.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. You
Yeah.
lead the way. So while we're going there, Stretch, you said you had a question you wanted to ask. Did you still want to ask it?
Yes, actually, it's just so this is all inclusive. You don't need to have any like experience or anything. Like no,
No.
you don't need to have a resume, right? It's just
No,
you're just-
there's
No,
special
no.
requirements. There's
Alrighty.
a questionnaire that you have to answer when you come into the server. We have a little bit of security, so if you have a Discord account, I'm assuming, right?
Yes. And so do you.
Okay, you've had it for some amount of time.
over a year, I think.
Okay, so you'll have no problem verifying then. We have the alt identifier bot and stuff like that. We just always have security, but of course, with you guys, we know you, and we'll just bypass you. You don't. We'll take care of it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Would you guys, so Blow and Dark, if you guys just once again, could you, well, Blow, you said the name of the group, but can you guys just go over your rank again? Just be like, I am the blank of Mount Weather. Just say that for me if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, okay. I'm Lieutenant Blow of Mount Weather.
I'm Lieutenant, or I am, I am Commander Dusk Killaz of Mount Weather.
There we go. And Stretch, what's your name?
Stretch of initiate, most
S-
likely.
Stretch of initiate. Well,
That'd be
folks,
Private Stretch.
Private Stretch. There you go. You're starting at
Private
the bottom.
Stretch.
You're starting at the bottom.
Alright,
Tenderfoot.
yep.
Oh, well, my name is Navigator, folks. That's what I was getting to there. But I really got to say, and I know that people from the other roleplay groups will be watching this video, but I mean, all of you roleplay groups really do a great job, but this is the first one that I've interviewed that is inclusive on all platforms. So to you guys watching, this is a group that any of you guys can join. I know that a lot of you guys in the comments for a long time have, excuse me, I had something in my throat, have been asking for, excuse me, where are the groups on PlayStation? Where are the groups on PC? Because obviously I just cover Xbox stuff. Here is your answer. If you've been waiting, if you think that you have what it takes to join the Mount Weather Enclave, as long as it's okay with these guys, hit that Discord link, because I think that something like this is really good for any Fallout 76 player, regardless of your level. It's just really awesome. Really brings you together with the Fallout community. You'll learn a lot from it. You get a lot out of it, and yeah, that's how I feel about it. So again, thank you guys for doing this today. I know it's a long video. If you ended up watching and staying to the end, I really appreciate that. I had a fucking blast. I don't know about you guys, but I had a really, really good fucking time doing this, and I hope that the people in the audience did as well. Is there anything you guys wanted to say before we end the video?
Yeah, I tell you what, if they watch to the end, they can go ahead and message me or Blow on Xbox and mention your name and get some free Nuka-Cola Quantums.
Fair enough. There you go. So you have an incentive now. Blow, sorry, go ahead if you do want to say something.
Yeah, no, we'll throw in those quantums, maybe some Enclave dollars, maybe a free promotion if you're lucky.
Definitely some Enclave dollars.
Hell yeah. Well, let me just very, very quickly, what can you spend those Enclave dollars on?
All sorts of stuff, especially if you're in the D&D, but we have an Enclave shop where you can spend it on in-game items in Fallout, and we're looking at expanding it to other games that have tradable economies that we're able to do stuff like that with, so...
Okay, I'm sorry, but that is like the coolest thing I've ever heard in a faction, honestly.
That's exactly what I'm trying to harp here, folks. These guys really did a great job, and I think this is exactly what you are looking for. If you're bored on 76, you're looking for something else to do, this is your ticket to really have some really good fun with this game. So once again, thank you to Blow, thank you to Dark, thank you to Stretch, thank you to MrNoExcuse for stopping by as well. My name is Navigator. This was the interview. Oh, sorry, Dark, go ahead if you were going to say something.
No, man, that guy, when he showed up, he scared the ever-living life out of me, I tell you what.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He was, that's so funny. That's, honestly, that's the most excuse thing in the book. So, there we have it, folks. This is the Mount Weather Enclave group. Am I pronouncing that right? Mount Weather Enclave?
Yes.
Yep.
The Mount
Nailed
Weather
it.
Enclave. There we go. My name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Take care.